2021 has probably been a year that changed your relationship with yourself to your very core, Taurus. Many layers were shed, and I'm sure many challenges as well. Now, in 2022 things are much different. We still have a couple of challenges here and there, but let's be realistic, life has its ups and downs. However, this year is here to make up for all the not-so-glamorous events of 2021. Now that Jupiter has ingressed into Pisces, it will give you all the necessary support to get back up on your feet. This is the year when you take back your power and make the best out of the resources you have available. The Venus retrograde happening in your 9th house will slow down the first month of the year. This is already quite the mental house, but the retrograde will come in to get you to think deeply about the relationships currently in your life. This slow pace is exactly what you need to recollect yourself after the year that just passed. It will be a time to connect to a different side of yourself. In this house, we often find the concept of things that are unfamiliar to a native. So, you can expect to find new connections with people in unexpected places. This could be something that surprises you on a spiritual level, and there's even a chance it could help out with your career. Venus is not the only star this first quarter, though. Jupiter will be transiting through your 11th house for half of the year. This is the place of Jupiter's joy, which enhances his power for blessed opportunities. Since the 11th house deals with friends and alliances, 2022 looks like the year of making connections. Especially for those of you who work in big corporations or are entrepreneurs, things look quite promising. You can expect some new group projects and even excellent social media visibility. This will be especially relevant when we get closer to April and Venus joins Jupiter in her sign of exaltation. Venus has the power to build close bonds that are hard to break. With all those gifts from the universe, you will gain some helpful insight to show you who is really on your side. Just before you can get to that conjunction pot of gold, though, there may be some shakeups. Mars will be making its first square with Uranus, who has been transiting through your first house for the last few years. Though this same transit was one of the ones responsible for some of the stressful situations of 2021, there are some mitigating factors. Not only did you gain the experience to tackle these challenges better, but Venus also transiting through the 10th house softens the blow from Mars. Since all of this action is happening between your 10th and 1st house, it could symbolize some venture related to work. Especially in March, this could make for a busier than the usual schedule, so make sure you're taking the time to plan ahead to manage your time wisely. When we hit May, there's a notable shift in the atmosphere. Jupiter will be entering the hot and vigorous sign of Aries. This is where the largest planet in our solar system will stay for the rest of the year, and even some of 2023, so it will be pretty important to pay attention to it. Since Aries is your 12th house, this is happening in the place that represents your connection to the higher realms. This will be a great time to explore the subconscious, a place Jupiter is already very familiar with. This could be an excellent time to start a dream journal and pay attention to repeating symbols. This is often the house astrologers associate with the psychic connection. With his power to favor any area of our life that he transits through, Jupiter will make any attempts to make those connections run much more smoothly. Additionally, the 12th house also deals with issues like loneliness and mental health. Having the great benefit crossing through that house can make attempts at healing on a soul and mental level much more straightforward. The next major astrological event of the year is the triple conjunction happening in your 1st house. It is happening between Mars, the North Node, and Uranus, which can be quite unpredictable. Whenever we talk about Uranus, we have to take into consideration the possibility of sudden and unexpected events. With this happening in the house that rules the body, try to be extra careful about your health in August. This doesn't mean that an accident is imminent, but it's always good to be on the safer side. The best advice would be to not go bungee jumping over this month. Besides, this could also symbolize a deliberate change to one's physical appearance, like getting a tattoo or totally changing your personal style. With astrology, sometimes even mundane things like that show up in a chart. Moving on from this strange transit, we have the last Uranus and Saturn square. This is the one transit responsible for many strange events that unfolded in the preceding year. For that reason, it could be a time to revisit some old issues to get them sorted out. Since this is happening in your 10th house, there's a chance that this could symbolize some struggles with your boss. It's even possible that you become the boss yourself by embarking on an entrepreneurial adventure. At around that same time, There will be a Venus Cazimi happening in your 6th house, which does suggest the possibility for an underdog success story. After October, things start to slow back down as Jupiter goes retrograde and backtracks into Pisces. November could be a time when you reconnect with an old friend or friend group. As the benefit goes back into your 11th house, this year's themes, 2021, will seem to be repeating in almost a déjà vu fashion. The theme for the holidays is fraternity and getting to feel the love of the people in your circle. You can look forward to quite the emotionally fulfilling end of the year. But for now, let's begin. Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website, go to horoscope.com, where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.